Conseil d'inicio! Conseil d'inicio! Mazón, apresó!
I think what we've learned is mostly related to how people are aware of the risks rather than the meteorological things related to the event. I think we are, well, at the time it happened, we knew very well what was coming. We had a few events with a very similar configuration, meteorological configuration, from the 80s and the 90s. So we were quite aware of what was coming at that time. But I think the fact that it happened made people more sensitive to what can cause. And so, well, if there are like alerts coming on, and like the social services are like, no, how do you call it? Emergency services are issuing warnings, then I think people will be more sensitive to those than before. So I don't think there has been much of an advance in terms of the forecasting or the meteorological perspective, but there has been a lot of advance in terms of how people feel it.
Going. Ánimo, ¿eh? Sí. Pero di que nos den a...
On one side, I think the fact that the government is more sensitive to the risks make us safer in a way. But on the other hand, as we move to a warmer climate, the risks of having these sort of events and becoming more intense in the future is becoming bigger. That doesn't mean that they're going to be more frequent. As long as we know the frequency doesn't seem to be changing so much. But they're going to be, they're likely becoming more intense.
We are more vulnerable to flash flooding now. We know that we're getting heavier rainfalls. Our cities are definitely not prepared. And of course, we can get those very heavy rainfalls in coastal areas, in mountain communities where the water will collect very quickly and rush through those villages. We do have some early warning systems. We do have some resilience built into our infrastructure. But really, we are not well enough prepared, and we need to do much more, particularly, of course, making people aware that this is a possibility. One of the best things that you can do to help yourself prepare for flooding is to imagine that flood might happen. And that is the step that doesn't happen so very often. Imagining floodwater in your house, imagining trying to keep your family safe, imagining not going and rescuing your car because that's very dangerous. And if you take those imaginary steps, if you make sure that you are prepared and know what to do and have a plan of what to do if that flood does hit, that can make the difference really between life and death.
The main risk for Spain, and I would say the 2/3 of southern Spain, is heat, and how we're going to cope with that during summer months. So whether the problem is that it's a slow killer, and it's not as obvious as the other one, but the amount of people that heat waves can kill in the next few decades, it will surpass by orders of magnitude the people that these kind of storms kill.